Hi everyone, my name is Chris McMurray.
And I'm Gene.
He's my husband, and welcome back to another episode of Hope from Grief here on our YouTube channel. We're an open book. Hope from Grief came about because one of the major subjects of our book, Live, Laugh, Fly, is the signs that we received from our son Scott after he passed to show us that he was still with us.
Chris, take a second and tell everybody where they can get the book.
Sure. Live, Laugh, Fly is available on Amazon, and 100% of proceeds will help benefit children's cancer programs.
When we told our story in our book and again here on YouTube, we began to realize that there had to be so many other stories just like ours out there.
That's right. So we reached out on social media asking others to share their stories with our audience.
And boy, did you guys respond. So thanks to everyone who has contributed. We could not do this without you.
Yes, thank you so much.
It seems like it's been a long time since we shared one of our listeners' stories.
I know it does feel that way because last month we did something different and we had our very first interview. We had a great conversation with an amazing lady, Sippy Radonsky.
Sippy is a rabbi, but also a spiritual seeker with a lifetime of wisdom. So if you haven't watched that video, we encourage you to do so. She has some very interesting stories that fit perfectly with the theme of our channel.
Yeah, so please check it out. We also have some other interviews planned, but more about that as they get closer.
Stay tuned. Okay, let's get to today's show.
In one of our early episodes, we told the story of Diana from Ohio and how she lost her two sons to overdoses. In that episode, we described the signs Diana received from each of her sons.
And Diana reached out to us a second time with another story. When we read it, we thought this has to be told.
Absolutely. And we are so glad that she still is receiving signs from her boys. Her belief in these signs is what keeps the connection with her sons alive and strong.
You know, this sign was a little bit different than the ones we've been telling on the channel so far. But without giving too much away, let's get the story as told in Diana's words.
Okay, and just a note, we want you to know that we read these stories exactly as they come to us because it's your story and your experience with your loved one.
So let's get to it. Are you ready?
I sure am. Okay, here is Diana's story. As a lot of you know, I lost my youngest son, Nick, forever 29, in 2018, and my oldest son, Luke, forever 40, in 2020 from drug overdoses. They are on my mind always, and I miss them more every day. Last night, I had a dream about both of them. They were at some kind of resort with swimming and fishing and all the things they love to do. Luke came up to me first, and we had a nice long hug, and I asked where Nick was, and I saw him across something like a baseball field. He came toward us, and I just grabbed him, and we had the best hug. They looked great, and they looked like they didn't have a care in the world. They were so happy after struggling so long with addiction. I haven't had a good dream like that in a long time, and I really needed it. When I get extra sad and start feeling overwhelmed, they always come through to help Mama face the world without them.
Well, Diana, thank you so much for sending us that personal story. But you know what? I don't think that was an ordinary dream at all. It was clearly a visitation.
And what a joyful reunion for Diana. Seeing and hugging her boys is all that a mom ever wants.
Yep, her boys are always showing up exactly when she needs them the most.
Absolutely, and what a gift to Diana. I had two such dreams, and they are so special, and I will never forget them. And neither will Diana.
No, she won't. You know, we have done a bit of research on visitations, and here is what we discovered.
Visitation dreams are emotionally intense dreams where the dreamer sees and interacts with the deceased loved one. However, the loved one doesn't just play a passive role in the dream, they show up with a sense of purpose, such as providing advice or sharing a specific warning. Visitation dreams can happen at any time, but they may be more likely to occur during moments of grief or life transitions. These dreams are often experienced as real and interpreted as signs from loved ones.
We also learned about some of the characteristics of these experiences. Characteristics of visitation dreams may include
Being vivid, visitation dreams are extremely clear and detailed. They can feel eerily close to life during your waking hours.
and they're always very memorable. The content of a visitation dream can stick with people for months, but more likely years.
Absolutely. And clear communication in the dream. Communication is clear and coherent throughout the dream.
And there's a positive state of mind.
Mm.
The deceased loved one often presents as happy, calm, and loving, even if you have a negative association with them.
And a sense of them still being present in real life. After a visitation dream, people may notice that they still smell, feel, or otherwise sense the deceased person. It can feel like their presence is still in the room.
Chris, given your experience with your visitations, do you think this information is accurate?
Oh, everything they said is spot on. My visitation was many years ago. I would say probably the first one was 8 years ago. The other one was probably about 5 years ago. And I remember every word, every smell, every feeling. And I'm really happy now Diana will have that.
Yes, it seems like she had the same type of visit.
And one that she will never, ever forget.
Diana also said, although her sons walked through this world with so much suffering from addiction, that was all gone. They were happy and they looked beautiful. I am sure this has given her the hope that they will all be together again. Hope from grief, that's what this channel is all about. So thank you, Diana, for sharing this with us.
Thank you, Diana. We really, really appreciate it. And we hope that this episode may have brought some awareness and clarity to visitation dreams.
So if we have said something that moves you or you have a story that you'd like to share with us, please reach out to us and let us know. You can get a hold of us at remember love never dies at gmail.com.
Or you can contact us through our Facebook page. We're an open book.
And of course, you can just leave a comment down below.
Now, also, we are trying to reach as many folks as possible, and the more subscriptions we have, the friendlier YouTube and Google are in helping us to spread our message.
So please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that like button. That helps too.
Yes, thank you.
So Chris, one last time, tell everybody about the book.
Live, Laugh, Fly is available on Amazon, and 100% of proceeds will help benefit children's cancer programs.
And one big, gigantic last thank you to Diana, but also to you, everybody that's listening and helping us make our channel successful.
Yes, thank you, everybody. And Diana, thank you.
Chris, that's the end of another show.
Sure is, except for one more thing.
What's that?
Always remember,
love never dies. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.